Hello?
Yo, how you doing, man?
Marcelo, what's going on, my brother?
I'm doing good, man. I'm sorry. I thought we were doing it at 9 your time, 6 my time. I think I got the time mixed up or something.
Yeah, it is. It is 9 hour time. It's a little bit, maybe 6, 7 minutes our time. Nine, like 9:07.
Oh, okay. Wait, are you guys Eastern or Central time?
We're Central time.
Oh, okay. That's my bad because I was trying to figure out. Because I'm in LA, so I'm figuring out like
Yeah.
if you were 3 hours ahead of me, so
The
that
time
my
zone,
bad.
but you had it right though. You was like, 9 your time, six, no, 9 our time, which would be six your time, right? It's like 6 o'clock out there now.
It's 7 now, so.
Okay, so you 2 hours behind.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I wasn't sure. That's why. So my
Yeah,
bad,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's been a crazy day, but we're gonna pull it together. Um,
That's what's up, man. With that.
um, we are you the last one for the day? So, all right, my name's Joe. I'm Joe Shanks. I'm one of the co-founders of the Hollywood Siren Film Festival, and I'll be, serving as the host for the event this year, and I'm gonna be doing the interview with you. So, I want to thank you for joining us. I know you got a busy schedule, and we really appreciate you for joining us today.
No my problem, man. I appreciate it. And you called me just in time, man. Like you're getting ready to go into halftime, so we good.
Okay, all right, great. All right, I just want you to look like cause man, you really are doing your thing in the film business, man. I really want to take my hat off to you. You got a real nice grind about yourself. Tell the people how you decided that you want to pursue your dreams in film.
For me, man, I've been wanting to be a filmmaker since about maybe 10 or 11.
Mm,
Um, I remember one of the biggest reasons for me, I love cartoons, love animation, and one of my favorite films was Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and that
mm,
was the film that really kind of sparked like the creative juices. And ever since then, I remember just taking the camera that my pops gave me. It was an old Bolex Super 8, and I went out and I just shot everything with that, and it ain't been a looking back ever since. So by the time I'm 17, 18 years old, when I finished high school, I went to El Camino in Torrance, California, and I finished up my studies there, getting my degree in film production. And after that, I just been like working as a PA, kind of working my way up and getting the grind in until I started making my own films. And I've been making them maybe 8 years straight now, just on my own dime. After like failed attempts of trying to raise money for projects. And I mean, everything that you guys have screened as far in terms of my work or has turned to any other work has basically come out of my own pocket. So that's money that's been raised through like paychecks or if I'm lucky, a tax return or
mm-hmm.
just, just some little money here and there from like some small supporters. But for the most part, man, I wouldn't have the work that I'm having, especially the work that you guys are screening with without those supporters. But most importantly, just they fueled the grind even more to want to keep filmmaking. And I do it because I don't care about fame or fortune or anything. I just do it because I love my craft. I love this profession. I've always wanted to be a filmmaker, nothing else. And I mean, you just telling stories that are real, stories that are bold, stories that are challenging, stories that tell the truth. And that's the most important thing. We have a mission with this platform visually to bring certain things to life that no other profession can do. So you use that voice, you use that intelligence that we have in the brain onto the screen, and it's just the greatest feeling in the world. So I mean, it's just everything to me to be a filmmaker. So
Yeah, yeah. Um, Now, Mickey Hardaway, what roles did you serve? Well, how many hats did you wear in putting this film together? What was your responsibilities?
man, I don't know where to start. Other than writing and directing, um, basically catering, basically working sound, basically working. Oh my god, I worked as a composer on this. you know, I'm sorry, I was about to curse right there. I just stopped myself for a second.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
basically, I mean, I just basically worked almost every hat except for cinematography. That's my man Jamil Gooden who brought the film to life. He's a hell of a cinematographer, and he's also the editor on the film. So yeah, I basically worked almost every hat except for those two.
Okay. What when you was writing these characters, I mean, it's some powerful stuff. What process did you go through when you was writing these characters?
Uh, for the most part, I mean, I've been writing this since film school, since my freshman year. So this is 2005, and one of the processes I did was actually meeting people in these situations, in particularly who have had their dreams crushed by people who didn't support them or people who have alienated them, and just getting their responses to it and seeing how life has unfolded from it, and it ended in a terrible fashion. Even that's even ended in death for several people who never got to see their dreams come true, who've basically just went rogue across the world, and they ended up hating life and just hating people, and it just ended up, you know, going in a negative fashion. So one of the things that I wanted to do with this film was just show, and particularly if I ever get a chance to make the feature version, which is the plan, just the consequences of those individuals. That sometimes it's society that brings the downfall of an individual, especially when you don't let them blossom into what they're bound to be. Because sometimes we're more than just a 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we're more than just being a trash man. You know, and people have real goals and dreams and aspirations, and if you help them achieve them instead of trying to crush them, that the reward is great, not just for them, but for yourself, because you help somebody else bring their vision to life, their dream to life. And this was just one of those things. I just wanted to show what happens when you crush it and the consequences that reflects not only that individual, but you, and particularly if you're the one of those people who are helping to demolish that dream.
Yeah, that was going to be the next question I was going to ask you. Because it's sort of, I mean, it's sort of like a proof of concept that you
Mm.
shot, but it's full and it's fleshed out. I love the aesthetics of it. You know, it's shot in black and white. The characters are just it's just so the writing is just so in your face, and it's just like right there in front of you. And where it left off, you're like, I want to see the rest of this. What do you plan? Yeah, I'm serious. What do you plan on doing, or what do you hope to will happen moving forward with this film, Mickey Hardaway?
For the most part, the number one goal right now is raising the funding for the feature. That's the only thing I'm working on. Period. I'm not doing anything else until I make that happen, because it is a much bigger and broader story. So we've been dealing with different investment groups. Me and my guy Eric Quincy, who's also a producer on the film. We've been dealing with different investors showing the film, and so far we've gotten some good heat on it, but not enough to move forward. We did have it earlier this year. We had the $900,000 budget to move forward with the feature, but as we were getting contracts going with actors, with creative artists and William Morris, as we were doing that, the investor bailed on us at the last minute. So that was just kind of one of those things that left us in the hole. So that's the reason why I ended up taking my money, and we ended up making the proof of concept. So just to try to show visually what this film is going to be, and we know that somebody's gonna take this on, because, like you said, it's a story, it's a real story, and that's what we're missing right now in the cinema. We're missing real stories that the majority of people, regardless of your race, can relate to.
Yeah.
So this is one of those things where it's just like, we're just gonna push it, man. We're gonna push it on the circuit. We're gonna push it on other like distribution sites, and we're just gonna like just work this, man, until we can make the vision happen.
And speaking of distribution, I know you've had one other film that was shown on network television. If I'm not mistaken, two films, but I know one was shown on network television. Talk about those other films and how they came about.
So yeah, there's been a couple, and they all, I think, it's screened at your festival. Rolling the Deep,
Hmm.
Living, and I'm Sorry have all basically have been airing on TV over the last Basically the last 2-3 years. So, which is really great because it's actually put some money in my pocket because I didn't have none.
Hey,
But
it's a struggle, man. Filmmaking is a struggle, but it's a good struggle, though.
it's an amazing struggle, and I wouldn't change it for nothing else, man. But just to talk about those films, in particularly like a film like Rolling the Deep. For those who have not seen it, it's basically on multiple platforms and sites. You can check it out. It's about a World War II veteran who goes to a locally famous whites-only diner in his hometown in South Carolina. And that film had did amazing things, screened over 125 festivals and has won almost 30 awards and everything like that. But, you know, my biggest thing I would say in terms of the distribution is the work has to reflect, you know, in the right way. I think in order to attract those distributors, because I think you have to have a certain message, especially with a short film, because short films give you those platforms to say what's on your mind, even more than the feature. And those distributors, and that's what they're looking for. They're looking for stories that connect to multiple audiences, multiple races, multiple agendas, regardless if you're gay or straight or whatever it is that you want to tell. And I think, as I said, like these films are a reflection of that. You know, dealing with social injustices, dealing with race, dealing with problems that you're seeing right now today. So it doesn't have to be one of those stories, obviously, but I mean, that's just the stories I tell. But I'm just saying in general, if you're going to do this in terms of distribution, and they're looking for, man, just say something that's from the heart and just really, truly be pure about your story, be pure about what you want to say, because they're looking, man, and by the grace of God, you're going to get lucky, man, and you're going to have your work showcased in front of hundreds, if not thousands, and maybe millions of people.
Well, I think Rolling the Deep and those other two films that you mentioned, I think they're all extremely reflective of the time and space that we're in right now, man. What else, let everybody know what else you got going on. If you're writing on something else or you putting all your energy into Mickey Hardaway, just let everybody else know what you got going on right now if you're writing something else.
At the moment, yeah, I actually already started writing the second feature, Jefferson Street. Jefferson Street is a period piece about a black detective from Detroit who travels down to Texas to investigate the murder of his mother at the hands of the Ku Klux Klan. It's already won several awards. We actually just advanced to the semifinals for We Screenplay, and we're also waiting to hear back from a couple of other major festivals, and I hope to make that as my second feature. But for the most part, every bit of my energy is going into Mickey Hardaway, pushing it on the circuit, and just trying to find the proper investors who I know will treat this movie with the care that it needs, like I will. And that's just my ultimate goal, man, is to bring this project to the big screen. So, and yes, there will be big screens. Do not be afraid to go back to the theaters in 2021. We need you to experience this on the big screen where it belongs, not on Netflix and Hulu and stuff, which ain't bad, but I'm just saying, don't be afraid to watch movies on the big screen again. But yeah, that's just the goal, man. It's just to get this feature made. And I appreciate you guys for giving me the platform to showcase this to you guys' audience. And I just hope that they like and they dig it.
Right. So where can people follow you, man? Follow your work to see what you got going on.
You can follow me on Facebook.com/MarcellusCox24. I pretty much post everything on there. I'm not big on Instagram or Twitter or all that. I'm mostly on Facebook, or you can also find my work online on Vimeo.com/Cellus24. You can see like all the trailers and stuff like that. And if you are interested in seeing any of my work, you can email me at coxmarcellus@gmail.com. I'm never afraid to share my work with any of you guys. As long as you don't post it online and try to share it with the audience. But, that's a bugaboo of mine. But other than that, though, man, you guys can connect with me anytime you like. I'm always open for discussion, especially with filmmakers. And I love talking to filmmakers. I love talking to craft with other filmmakers. So, like I said, man, you know, you got all my info, so y'all can reach out to me anytime.
Okay. Well, Marcellus, man, we really appreciate, man, you taking the time out of your busy schedule to talk with us, man. I just want to let you know, man, I think you're headed in that direction. I really believe that. Just keep going, keep grinding, man. Keep doing what you're doing. And I know at some point your movie will be seen on the big screen.
Man, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys, man, for just giving me the opportunity to show the work. And that's all I can ever ask for, man, just the opportunity. And you guys have blessed me with that. So I appreciate you guys, man, and I love what you guys are doing. And I know it's only gonna get bigger for y'all too. So man, let's just keep grinding together.
We definitely will, my brother, and we really appreciate that, man. And we'll let you get back to your Lakers game.
All right, appreciate you, man.
All right, talk to you, man. We're gonna reconnect.
Yo, man, just hit me up anytime. I ain't going nowhere, man. I'm chilling right now, so just get at me whenever.
Okay, talk to you later, man.
All right, Doc.
All right.